Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Cinderella Phenomenon. So, let's jump right back in. Oh my gosh, already? Fritz still remembers me, but how? Even his father is growing weary of his babbling. Sir Mithros forced him on break the other day. He didn't seem happy. Well, Sir Mithros must think he's crazy too. Poor Fritz. Can you keep a secret? The knights look at each other, and I lean as close as I possibly can. Apparently, the boy spoke some truth, though Sir Alcaster doesn't quite believe it. He's looking for the daughter of the previous queen. Eh? The witch had a daughter? The previous queen? Are they talking about Mother? How dare they call her a witch? Apparently she did, though I don't ever remember such a girl. This is top secret stuff. I just happened to wrestle this out of one of the lackeys looking for her. What would Sir Alcaster need this girl for? I'm assuming she's dangerous and they want to get rid of her. Are they talking about me? I'm curious. How are we supposed to find this imaginary princess anyway? Does she have any features? Aye, they described her features. Last man who went looking for her said she wore a special pendant around her neck. I should get out of here. I turn to leave the tavern, but my cloak snags on the door and falls to the floor, tripping me up in the process. I end up falling halfway into the tavern, where the chatter abruptly stops. Is this... Oh, a lady. The knights that were talking approach me. One of them picks up my cloak. I attempt to grab my cloak from their fingers, but they pull it away from me and I stumble into one of them. Madam. He moves to take my hand, and then stops when he sees my face. Her face! And a necklace! Do you think she was spying on us? Witch! One of the knights grabs me by the wrist and pulls me toward him. He is far stronger than the man in the alleyway was. Unhand me right now! I am no witch! Then there should be no problem. We're just going to take you in and see if there's some big misunderstanding. We'll repay you ourselves, miss. No! Let me go! This behavior is not fitting of a knight. Come now, miss, let's go back quietly. We're gonna try to fight them. I may be outnumbered, but I cannot let myself be caught. Maybe the people at the bar will help me. I open my mouth to scream, but one knight covers my mouth as some attention falls on us. Nothing to fear here, everyone, just a criminal we've apprehended. I struggle in their grasp, but the men are too strong for me. Don't fight back, ma'am. Resistance is useless. Everyone in the bar looks scared of me. This is even worse than everyone glaring at me. I try to blink back the tears as they come into my eyes. Come on, let's take her to the palace. The knights lead me out onto the empty streets. Why? Why did I have to be so stubborn? The knights continue pulling me down the path until we come to a narrow street. Everyone who sees us walks away to avoid the knights. There's fear in their eyes. But I have done nothing wrong. Ma'am, if it makes you feel any better, we're risking our rank on this as well. I don't know, I'm suspicious of... Who goes there? Karma! I look up and notice Karma's familiar figure walking toward us. What is he doing here? And why isn't he in his disguise? Gentlemen, I ask you to unhand that woman. As a knight, I would be ashamed to be seen treating a lady so terribly. And who are you? Her husband. His... what? Unhand her, gentlemen, or taste my blade. Sir, we were just going to take her to the palace to... I will give you on the count of 3. One knight keeps his grip on me as the other draws a sword. I stare at Karma, who continues to count, though the knight attacks him before his sword leaves his sheath. Karma and the knight trade blows, But it is Karma that comes out victorious. The blade slides past the knight's shoulder, distracting him enough to give Karma the opening he needs. Karma reaches back with his free hand to knock the knight out with the blow to his head. It may just be my imagination, but for a few moments I think I see the knight's blade glimmer across the surface of Karma's hand before he falls. The knight holding me, holds up his hands in surrender. I yield, sir! It seems, no matter how this situation turns out, you are dishonorable. Please, sir. Karma knocks him out, and then stands beside me as he sheathes his sword. Karma, A few moments, Melody. Karma spends some time forcing a potion from a vial down each of the knight's throats. I watch him quietly, fearing that he might have killed them, but the knights only seem to be asleep. A potion that Parfait gave me. It will make the men forget they ever saw you. When Karma stands again, I notice the glimmer of blood on his hand and stare. You're hurt! It's nothing. I am sorry. Come on, princess, let's go back. He pulls me right out onto the main street and does not let go of my hand. I cannot bring myself to speak. Karma has saved me twice now. Not only that, but this time he is injured. He says it's nothing, but his bloodied hand does not move at all. Why do I have to be so stubborn and insist I can handle myself? I do not speak for a long time. Eventually, I notice people start to stare. Though before long, the staring grows worse. Young women begin following us, giggling from behind. I turn to Karma, who looks like he hasn't slept in days. Karma? Sorry, princess, but I'm not in the mood to talk. Those girls are walking right behind us. This is his curse? Karma! Melody, I just said that I am in no mood to talk. Did you not hear me? We are being followed. He stares behind us, almost stupidly, and then laughs hollowly when the girls see his face. They start to rush towards us, their voices rising and blending together into horrendous cacophony. Karma is not moving, though. He looks resigned. Maybe he is too tired to realize what he wants to do. I tighten my grip on Karma's hand and pull him away, my pace quickening to a run as the girls chase after us, screaming at me angrily for taking Karma away from them. Melody, what are you doing? Getting us out of here! Melody! I lead him through the town and into little nooks and crannies where we managed to lose some of the crowd. Karma often led me through some of these spaces as shortcuts. Waltz knew them too. Once we were alone again, I stop, falling to my knees and letting go of Karma's hand as I catch my breath. That really was a curse, having to run away from so many mindless women. That was difficult. Melody? What? I did not mean to snap, but the tiredness is pressing on me too. You helped me out of that. Of course I did. Why would I want to be chased by girls? You could have left me behind and gone on alone. Instead, you helped me. You helped me too. I guess I paid you back. Though, to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about repaying him for saving me. I just knew that I didn't want Karma to be stuck trying to fend off all of those girls. He was right about his curse. That is terrible. I just realized something. Karma kneels down beside me and waits for me to speak. My curse has people forget me, and yours has even strangers become fascinated with you. It's almost like our curses are opposites of each other, and yet we seem so similar. My eyes widen when I realize what I just said. We are similar, aren't we? He holds out his good hand to me, and I let him lead me back to the tavern through the abandoned alleyways. My feet are heavy, and all I want to do is sleep, But suddenly Karma is standing before me, his face grave. Melody, I have to thank you for helping me earlier. I'm sorry I froze like that and made it more difficult for you. It was so sudden, and I was so tired, I had no motivation to move. Shouldn't I be thanking you? I'll accept your thanks, even though I wish you didn't have to thank me in the first place. You should not have gone out on your own when you knew how dangerous it could be for you. I am sorry. I'll accept your apology too, because I lost sleep over this. I have no words for how I feel right now. Princess. Oh, no, my heart. Karma reaches for my hand again, and this time he holds it up and kisses the back of it. Suddenly, all of my tiredness falls away. You really are beautiful. But a delightful handful. I'm going to bandage this hand and then rest. We'll speak later about all of this, okay? But the blood! The bleeding stopped on its own. Melody, but it does not need to be treated. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Are you sure? As sure as I can be. I don't lie. Not even for the sake of a pretty lady. Aw. You guys, my heart! It's so full! Karma lets my hand go as soon as we enter the margin, and then bows politely to me before heading back to his room. I watch him go, my mind whirling. Does he usually kiss women's hands? No, I don't think so. Chapter 6, Matchmaking. You really are a handful. Whoops. A delightful handful. His words keep repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand. My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma, and he puts on that overly polite act with everyone. But then I am pretty sure I have never seen him do something like that with another person. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all of this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened. Because of the time I had returned because of the time I had returned to the margin yesterday, I never spoke to anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. It is quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma is sitting at one of the tables speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. His injury is my fault. So you have yet to hear the entire story. No, I am afraid I'm not quite privy to the information Waltz has. Is that correct? Waltz has been directly involved in this longer than you have. What about Waltz? Princess, you're up early. They all turn to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still looks tired, and is not in his dress. He looks somber, but still smiles at me. Melody, how nice of you to join us. When did he start saying my name without my title? Melody, you've run into a lot of different mishaps this week, haven't you? I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out of your way to get yourself into trouble. This involves me directly. How would I not be curious? You've also been irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak too. Oh no, the cloak! I left it at the bar. I feel a nudge at my arm, and Karma is holding out my cloak with a tired smile. You went back to get this? When? Yesterday, when you were still in bed. You've been running yourself dry these past few days, Karma. It's nothing. Thank you. What's this? Our ice princess is thanking someone. Why is that something so strange? Oh, come now, she's not so icy. Melody is more fire than anything. She's filled with unbridled passion and confidence. Confidence that has gotten me nowhere so far. Don't look so dowered, Melody. You've become quite the accomplished woman. Karma gestures towards me, and I flush, unsure of what he's talking about. Then I notice Dolores' eyes are on me too. Oh, Parfait, do you see that? What are they looking at? Your necklace, Melody. Your necklace. I reach down to grab my necklace and then pause. I cannot stop the gasp that leaves my lips. When did this happen? Princess, you didn't realize that there was an extra piece to your necklace? Congratulations, Princess Melody! You're a step closer to breaking your curse. I feel proud. I only ever felt this way around Mother. She did me a great favor yesterday. If not for Melody, I might have suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women. Wait, helping Karma escape was a good deed? She was selfless. He's not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parfait and Delora are both smiling, but the cheerful mood does not last long. What were you all talking about before I came down? About your kidnapping. Well, kidnappings. Both of them. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands. What do you know about this? What does Waltz know that I don't? Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you don't. What everyone else knows? I feel anger begin to simmer inside of me. Even though he looks apologetic, he says it so casually. What are you all hiding from me? Let's gather everyone later, shall we? I think Waltz might want to be here for this too. What does Waltz have anything to do with it? Be patient, Princess. We've already waited this long. What's another few hours? I have no choice but to agree when Parfait and Delora refuse to say any more, but I am not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Broom and mindlessly organize some of the bottles. I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't. But now I'll have to find out the entire story, or I'll find out the entire story. Maybe it will answer some of the questions I have. But why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with? Delora gathers everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnappings. I decide to sit in between Waltz and Karma. So, we have a story to tell. Story time, huh? I don't suppose this would be a romance, would it? How can you stand to make comments like that constantly? How can you stand to live a lie? The two glare at each other across the table, but Dolores silences them. Dolores starts with the story about the Great War, one that I have already heard so many times that I can recite it myself. What does any of this have to do with me? Because of the fairy tales, witches like myself were punished for simply existing. Our leader, the Tenebrarum bearer, was a kind witch that was overtaken by by the grief that our people suffered. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish humans and make them suffer as the witches had. And when that wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. She killed a human. I tried to stop her, but by the time I thought to act, it was too late. Knowing that Delora and Parfait were involved in the Great War makes it seem more real. But wasn't the Tenebrerum bearer killed? How can the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she's dead? I believe that the Tenebrerum bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenebrerum. To ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. Is none of this ringing a bell for you? Oh my goodness. What are you talking about? She really did erase your memories. Erase? The witch who died, the Tenebrarum bearer, was your mother, Princess Melody. What? But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!